The peace of God unlocks the doors and sends out believers. Verse 21. Again, Jesus said, peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, I am sending you. Now the disciples are ready to receive the peace of God. He said it at first to disarm them, to calm them. And now that they've seen his wounds, that he is the risen Lord, supreme in authority, now they are ready to receive his peace and to receive his calling. Because they have focused on his wounds, the fact that he is the risen Lord, and because that they are rejoicing in this, now their fear is being turned into peace. Their fear is being replaced by peace. They were afraid of being sent out like Jesus before. That's why the doors were locked. They didn't want to be sent out and go out like Jesus and continue his work, because they were afraid the same thing that happened to Jesus was going to happen to them, so they locked the door. But now that they have seen the risen Lord, he has given them his peace. They are rejoicing. Now they are ready to be sent because they have received his peace. You will be sent out like me. Like the Father sent me, so I am sending you. You will preach what I preach. You will practice what I practice. You will take up your cross, and you will no longer be afraid because my peace is with you. You will go out and preach good news. You will go out and heal the sick. You will go out and preach good news to the poor. You will go out and be persecuted. You may even die for my sake. You'll be just like me. But death will not be able to hold you, and fear will not control you, because you'll have my peace. You will be wounded like I'm wounded, but you will overcome in my name, the Lord's name, the supreme and authority's name. We want to be sent out some other way. Like the Father sent me, so I am sending you. We want to be sent out in some other way, not like Jesus many times. If I had my druthers, you ever heard that word? That's a good old word I used to use growing up. If I had my druthers, if I had my way, I'd be sent out like Herod. He has lots of money. I like that. I'd be sent out like Caesar. He has lots of power. I like that. I'd be sent out like a pro athlete. You know, they got lots of fame. I like that. I'd be sent out with an endorsement deal. I could use that. I'd be sent out like a winner. But Jesus says, as the Father has sent me, I am sending you. Jesus is sending us the way he went, the way of the cross, the way of resurrection. Are you sure you want to follow that way? I'm not saying it's going to be without wounds, because it will be with wounds. But it will also be a way that leads to life and overcoming. The alternative of not going the Jesus way, the alternative is locked doors. The alternative is being the people who make other people lock their doors. That's the two options we have. We'll be people that lock our doors, or we'll be people that are hostile and make people lock their doors. The television show Breaking Bad. Walter White finds out he has cancer. He's a science teacher, and he decides to make and sell drugs to make money with the rest of the time he has left, to give the money to his family. But he actually really enjoys being this kind of evil person. His wife gets upset and says, I'm afraid someone's going to knock on the door and shoot you. Well, Walter White says to her, you think that of me? People don't scare me. I am the danger. I am the one who knocks. He enjoyed being the bad guy. He enjoyed Breaking Bad. So we get to choose who we're going to be if we don't follow the Jesus way. Are we going to be the locked door people? Even though we may be tough and strong, something scares us and we lock the door like the disciples? Or are we going to be like the ones who are the danger, who make people lock their doors? Whichever way we choose, if we choose either of those ways, we will have no peace and we will not overcome our wounds. But following the Jesus way, we will be wounded, but we will overcome to find life. He says, I'm sending you. I'm transmitting my authority to you. The Father gave me the authority. Now I'm transmitting my authority to you and sending you. Well, why did God send His Son? And why is Jesus sending you? John 3:17. For God did not send His Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through Him. For God did not send His Son into the world to condemn the world. That's the danger, people, wanting to condemn the world. But to save the world through Him. So why is Jesus sending us? He's transmitting His authority to you. Not to condemn the world, but to be His means of saving the world.